What is up, boys? Today we are back with the Arkansas Razorback Dynasty. This will be year 6, and I think this is going to be the final year. When you're seeing this tomorrow, College Football 25 comes out, so we are going out with a bang. We are going to play the final season of this Arkansas Razorback Dynasty. Now, when we picked this team up, they were going 3-9, 4-8, 5-7, and now the first 2 years we did go 4-8 and 5-7. But since then, we have been to 2 SEC championships. We have won an SEC championship. We've been to a New Year's Six bowl game and won it, and we have also won almost 30 games in our past 3 seasons. So we have done a pretty good job there. Not only that, but we have signed top 20 classes consistently, and that is our goal again today. As you can see, we are number 8 in the preseason poll for this year. Our goal this year is to win 9, 10, 11. I'm hoping going undefeated, but again, this SEC gauntlet that we have been having the past couple of years is insane. But other than that, we do want to win and at least fight for an SEC championship again. We won it last year. We beat Tennessee. We got our revenge. This year, hopefully, we can do it again, and I feel like this squad is definitely talented enough, especially the offensive line and 2 quarterbacks that are 90 overalls is just freaking insane. Before we get into all that, though, if you're new to the channel, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps grow my channel and gets my videos out there on YouTube. Also, don't forget to turn notifications on so you never miss when I upload. And then let me know in the comments below the first game mode that you are hopping into when you load up College Football 25 for the first time. I'm curious. I want to know. Drop it in the comments below. Let's get into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. So I do want to look at the depth chart really quick. And if we look at the quarterback spot, Doug Roberts and Clifton Jackson both are 90 overalls. Now, one of them is a balancer scrambler, I believe. That is Doug Roberts. He started all year last year, had a great year. Clifton Jackson is a sophomore. We did redshirt him, so this is his 3rd year, and he's hopefully going to have 2 years after this. Next year, they will be in good hands with a 90-plus overall quarterback. At running back, we have a senior that is a 94, and then a junior at 87, senior at 87, so they will be losing those 2 guys. But we have a freshman who came in, and he is an 82. We redshirted him last year. Wide receiver is where we're going to have to make up some ground in recruiting. We have a lot of good guys, but a lot of seniors. Our top 3 are seniors, so all these guys are leaving. But the junior, and then we have a freshman at 81 as well. And then we roll through the offensive line, and we have a lot of depth, it looks like. So 87, 90 with the guy behind them, 97 with the guy behind them, 86, and then 88. So our offensive line is one of our strongest aspects of this team. At quarterback, this is one of our strongest spots too. A 94 and a 93. Trey Price, Josh Manning are both starting there. At free safety, we have a 92 overall junior, so we could potentially have him for another year. And then a sophomore, Darren Hayden, who was a 78 and started last year. He will be a sophomore starting this year, and his backup is an 81 right behind him. So, look, man, that's the depth chart. I think this team is very, very good. I think offensively we're going to be very good. If we can run the ball like we did last year, I think we can run it a little bit better because this offensive line is very good. As we look at the schedule, this is actually not our toughest schedule that we've had because we're only playing Louisiana Tech first week. It feels like the first week of every year we're going somewhere to play a tough team. But this year we are playing Louisiana Tech at home to open the season before going to Norman, Oklahoma in a top 15 matchup. Hopefully that stays like that. Then we play New Mexico State at home before getting a bye. Then it is not a bad of like a middle stretch that we've had recently. We have Texas A&M at home, who's number 20, at Vanderbilt, at South Carolina, and then we bring Alabama to Fayetteville, Ole Miss, and then at Auburn before getting our last bye, and then going to Starkville, playing Old Dominion and LSU at home to end the year. We're the second best team playing on our schedule right now. I mean, Alabama's the best team at number 5. We're right behind them at number 8. So, I mean, we have the talent to do it. Other than that, man, that is the preseason. Again, we set up our recruiting board. We have a lot of wide receivers, a lot of linebackers, a lot of defensive ends on it. Like I said, I mean, it's not the end of the world if we don't get the best recruiting class, but in this rebuild, we're trying to get the best future possible for Arkansas, so that is our goal. We're going to try to do our best to get a really good recruiting class, win a lot of games this year, and then hopefully right off into the sunset. Looking at the conference outlook, we actually are projected to come in 2nd in the SEC West. We beat Alabama 2 of the past 3 years, so that would be very nice to get a win against them and maybe win the SEC West. But it's going to be us and Alabama, man. They have LSU and A&M at 4 and 5, but it looks like Georgia is going to win the East. They have dropped down to a 4-star prestige. That is very wild. But yeah, us and Alabama, I think, are going to go at it. This should be a very, very fun season. Also, I was talking about our offense. Yeah, 99 overall offense is pretty sick. So hopefully that'll come into play and we score a lot of points this year just like we did last year. So we do have a preseason All-American, and not just an SEC first or second team. Jake Shelton, our 97 overall center, is the preseason All-American second team, and that's pretty cool to see. I think this is our first one. As for All SEC, we do have Randy Vandermeulen, who we recruited like 2 or 3 years ago in one of the good classes. He is a first-team All-SEC. If we go to second team, Doug Roberts has made it, Jake Shelton has made it, and then down here, Dubzinski has also made it at linebacker. So very excited to see this team. I think this is one of the best teams we've had. So if we don't win 10 or 11 or 12 games, I'm going to be very upset. All right, boys, recruiting is done. I'm very excited. Look at that, A+, A-. Obviously, Kirk is going to be on us. If you look at Doug Roberts, last year, I think those are last year's stats. Very good year, 25 touchdowns and 6 picks. The completion percentage wasn't great, but, I mean, we're not going to stress about it that much. I really hope that we can just start off 3-0. I feel like that game at Norman is going to be a little bit tricky, but we're going to go into week 1. We got Louisiana Tech at home. And let's see if we can start off the year 1-0. We do. Again, that's to be expected. We're going to give up some points, I feel like, this year. But we can score with the best of them with the 99 overall offense. We win 42-31 and start off 1-0. All right, looking at the box score for the first game of the year, we were actually tied at 21 going into the half, but we outscored them 21-10 in the second half. Very good start. We outgained them. Wow, Doug Roberts throwing as many touchdowns as incompletions. That was pretty good. Pretty good there. They were better on third down, but nothing too crazy. Doug Roberts, 18 of 22, 284, and 3 tutties. And, by the way, 14 for 81 for Steve Jackson. And Forte got in, so that was very nice. All right, boys, so going into this game, they are better overall. Same offense, same defense. How are they an A+? That's BS. Their defense must be like a 94 instead of a 93. We scored 42 points, giving up a lot of yards, though. Out of 45, rush offense is 34, and pass defense is 26. Let's just see, man. Going to Norman, this is definitely going to be a tough one. We have New Mexico State after, so it's really just this game before going into our first bye. Let's see if we can get a dub going to Norman. And we do a shootout. Just how I like that, man. I figured that would be a shootout, and we do a really, really good job of outscoring Oklahoma, and we start off 2-0 and get a top 15 win in week 2. Okay, I do want to check out this box score against Oklahoma. And they actually were up 21-14. How about a 21-point third? We go into overtime. Oh, my goodness. 21-point third from us. They get a 21-point fourth. It's tied 42-42 going into overtime, which is pretty sick. Total yards, yeah, pretty cool right there. Doug Roberts, not great, but we did it on the ground with 278 yards, which is awesome. 6 of 10 on third down as well. We go to stats. I care about ours. 17-27 for Doug Roberts, 202 yards, 3 tutties, and then 1 pick. As for rushing, holy cow, Steve Jackson, 172 yards and 2 tutties on the ground. And receiving, by the way, McGee had 6 for 83 and 3 tutties receiving, so he definitely did the dang thing. All right, we are now number 5 in the nation. And we have the number 5 scoring offense for the first 2 weeks, so pretty good. Other than that, they are C's across the board. I don't think there's really anything to show here. They have a better total defense, which is fine, I guess. Okay, New Mexico State and then a bye. Hopefully this is not close with a 99 overall offense, and that is what we want to see. We want to see games like that. 42-0 win against the Aggies of New Mexico State, and I'll move us to 3-0 going into the first bye. We need to focus on recruiting, see if we can get some commits, and I want some early commits this year. I feel like the last couple of years we haven't gotten that, so, you know, we'll try to do that. All right, we move up to number 4. After that, of course, we shut them out. We score 7, then we move to 14, and then we move to 21 in the third. We don't have to score in the fourth because it doesn't really matter. Steve Jackson had 3 touchdowns, which is very nice. 459 yards of offense. Doug Roberts didn't have to do anything. Defense played very well, obviously. Doug Roberts, even Clifton Jackson got in there. And for a pocket passer, his completion percentage isn't great. Yeah, we did it on the ground. Roberts had 72 and a tutty, and Steve Jackson 123 and 3 tutties. All right, boys, so we skipped the bye. We have Texas A&M coming to town. And nothing really to show on here. They're middle of the pack in everything except pass offense. They're 115, so they are probably, yeah, they're going to run the ball a lot. So hopefully our boys can stop the run. We are pretty good in everything except pass defense. So this is actually a good matchup for us. Hopefully we can take advantage of their weakness, which is passing, and just focus on stopping the run. We got this, and then we got at Vandy, and then at South Carolina. So 2 road SEC games after this. Can we get a win at home against A&M? We do, and it's big. It is big. I feel like we always show up for the first SEC game of the year. We do there, 45-19, and I'm sure that we stopped their run game, and they weren't able to throw the ball. So after that win, we move up to number 3 in the country. Yeah, and we were up 31-0. Did we score first there? We did. So we were up 38-0 before A&M got a safe. Wait, did we get a safety? No, they got a safety. So really, they didn't score a touchdown until 3 minutes left in the third quarter. We scored early and often, 554 to their 252. Stopped them on the run. They didn't do it through the air. We did it through both. So a great job by us. Very proud of the boys there. Clifton Jackson, there you go. Get out there. Doug Roberts, 17-24, 235, and a tutty. If we go to rushing, Gibson, Jackson, both 100 yards rushers, so that was pretty cool to see. For receiving, yeah, our big tight end, Jeb Bowling, has 111 yards receiving, and then it just seems like a lot of people got involved, so very nice to see. I know this is Vandy, and I know that they're not, you know, the greatest. They do have a better pass offense than us. They have the number 5 pass offense in the country. That's hilarious. By the way, with our 99 offense right now, number 2 scoring offense in the country is very, very nice to see. I'm hoping we don't have any trouble. I hope this game is not close because we do have a ranked game. We have 2 ranked games in a row. 2 tough ranked games in a row. So I would love to win this one, be 5-0 walking into Williams-Brice Stadium. We got Vandy. Can we get a dub? I guess we played last. We did. Pretty easy. Defense looked really good again. Defense has stepped up the past 2 weeks, which we cannot complain about. Actually, yeah, the New Mexico State game, was they didn't score at all either. So defenses look very, very good. So for the Vandy game, actually a low-scoring first half, and then we kind of break away in the second half, outscoring them 21-7. We have 450. And again, pretty good day from Doug Roberts. 2 touchdowns. That's still a pick. Yeah, 17-29, 204, 2 tutties, 1 pick. 4 rushing. The only one was Forte, who goes 10 for 102. So I think his average has got to be something insane so far this year. Receiving, kind of spread the ball out. Williams had 8 catches for 92 yards, which is very nice. Touchdowns come from Simpson and Forte. All right, boys, this is, I think, the biggest SEC game of the year so far. I think next week's game is bigger because I think it decides the West. But we have South Carolina on the road. We are better in all aspects on paper, and we are better. This makes me nervous because Kirk Herbstreit has picked South Carolina. I think them being the home team is going to be very good. Their defense is outstanding right now. Number 10 total defense in the country. Their run defense is very good, so I think this is going to have to be on Doug Roberts to win. This is going to be a very tough game. I'm kind of nervous now. Okay, so we have this game, and then we have Bama at home, and then Ole Miss at home, at Auburn, and then our bye. This is the hardest stretch of the season, obviously, before having the last 3. Let's see if we can get a win against South Carolina on the road. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be very, very tough. We're playing a good team on the road. But the boys don't seem phased. 30-14, and we win again to be 6-0 now, walking back into Fayetteville to facing number 2 team in the country. One of the biggest games of the dynasty so far is upcoming this week. All right, boys, our first commits of the year, and I believe one is a 5-star wide receiver. The other one is a 4-star wide receiver. That is a great start. Yep. 5-star and a 4-star receiver is what we need in the future. So we signed a couple of them and have a big weekend overall. Go to Williams-Brice, get a win, and get 2 really good recruits. Box score for South Carolina, we get up 20-0. It's 20-0 at the half, and we just sit on cruise control in the second half. I will tell you the defense has been outstanding, and they are, again, Doug Roberts doesn't even have to do anything because we go for 244 on the ground. Doug Roberts goes 13-17, 192 yards, tutty, and a pick. As for Steve Jackson, again, just goes off 23 for 139. Doug Roberts does get the rushing touchdown. And then the pretty good receiving is being spread out, but you didn't have to do anything because Doug Roberts didn't really have to throw. All right, so our 5 stars, Kyle Wilson, number 2 wide receiver in the country. Yeah, he's going to be a Razorback. So, yeah, he's going to be pretty good. 93 speed, 91 excel, 75 catching, 86 route running. Spec catch is a 70, and catching traffic is a 70. Could be a returner, too, if we really needed him to be. The other one is Rob Brown, who's playing +4. 75 overall, 90 speed, 92 excel. He could also maybe, you see the zone coverage is an 81, play rec 75, man coverage 74. It is saying that he is a wide receiver, but I think he could actually be maybe a cornerback or a safety. So we'll keep an eye on that one. All right, boys, we are coming back home for the biggest game of this dynasty. I think this decides not only the national championship race, but the SEC West race. Who's going to win the SEC championship? We play Alabama at home. Alabama is better basically at everything except total defense. We have a better total defense by 1 rank, and we have a better pass defense. And our turnover differential is huge. They have the second best offense in the country. It is going to be a tough game. Kirk has picked us, and I think it's only because we're at home. This is one of the biggest games we played in this dynasty, if not the biggest, besides a couple of the SEC championships. After this, we have Ole Miss at Auburn. This is a very tough stretch. Can we get a win against Alabama? It would be huge. Let's see. And we do. We put up 52. The defense doesn't have to because the offense does. That is a huge win and maybe the biggest win under Ryan Mallett so far. I cannot express how big that is. The problem is that now there's a target on our back. So we get another commit after that. I believe he is a 4-star wide receiver as well. We got to look at the box score for that game, dude. We got to. We are now the number 1 team in the country. Can you believe it? Ladies and gentlemen, we have brought Arkansas back. What a game. We put up. So Bama has a very good first half, it looks like. They're up 24-21 at the half. And then we kind of go on a tear in the second half. We scored 31 points in the second half. If we look at the box score, they outgained us 522-488, best offense in the country. They do it through the air, and so does Doug Roberts. Doug Roberts with 4 passing touchdowns for us. Doug Roberts, 19-29, 298, 4 tutties and a pick. On the ground, didn't really do much, but receiving very well spread out. The boys do it. They get a big win, and even though we don't force a turnover, man, I mean, we do it on offense and have a huge second half. So Eric Moore is the number 17 wide receiver in the country with 91 speed and 91 excel. Route running, catching traffic. I mean, you know, catching and route running is good, but the other stuff is not the greatest we've ever seen. 96 jumping is kind of crazy, so white boy can jump. All right, boys, just because we are the number 1 team in the country does not mean we can have a cakewalk through the rest of the schedule. We have Ole Miss at home, and I would say that this is a trap game before going on the road to Auburn. This is going to be a very tough game, I feel like. They got a good offense. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. The rush defense is number 2 in the country, so the boys up front are getting it done. We have Ole Miss. We go to Auburn, then we get our bye. It will be a much-needed bye. We really need this win, I feel like. Are we going to have a hangover? No, we are not. It is a close win, but we do get a dub, 35-28 by a touchdown. Defense shows up. 28 points is not as bad as 42, and we get a dub. We will be 8-0 walking into Jordan-Hare Stadium next week. Not only do we get the win against Ole Miss, we do get another recruit. Middle linebacker, Kevin Brown. He is a 4-star middle linebacker, so the recruiting is going much better than I feel like it did last year, even though we finished with a very good class. Still number 1, boys. For the Ole Miss game, it was actually a very slow first quarter, and we were pretty even. Just one more touchdown in the second quarter is what gives us the edge there. We have 512 yards of offense, 297 yards on the ground, 215 through the air for Doug Roberts. So Kevin Brown is the number 15 middle linebacker in the country. He is a coverage linebacker. If you look, 83 speed, 86 excel, 80 tackle is pretty nice with 78 hit power as well. Man is 70 coverage. Zone coverage is 64 and then press is 68. Block shedding is 77 is very nice too. Good job to get another linebacker added to the squad. We got 2 wide receivers, a wide receiver / cornerback. I think he can play either. And then Kevin Brown is another 4-star middle linebacker. So we have Auburn at Jordan Hare. Going to be very tough, obviously. On paper, we're better. Their defense is the same as ours. They have a better total defense, number 8 total defense, and number 1 pass defense in the country. The good thing is we really like to run the ball, so that is our goal. Number 7, by the way, in total offense, so that is very nice to see. All right, we have this one, then we get the rest of the bye, and then we have our last 3 games of the year. Come on, boys, just get a win. Go to Jordan Hare and get a dub. Walk out unscathed, please. And we do, not even close, 38-14 for the boys. A very good win there. Defense is stepping up and looking very good, and we're scoring points. The offense does it again. So we have a bye. We have 3 games left, and we really are looking good. I want to play for the SEC Championship again. Back-to-back would be sick. Okay, so after that game, I do want to show y'all something. Doug Roberts is now the front runner to win the Heisman, and Steve Jackson is 4th. That is comical. That is very comical. We could have a freaking Heisman winner this year. That would be sick. All right, boys. So we do a pretty good job. We get up 21-14 and then just say, yeah, you're not going to score in the second half. Pretty good there. 514 yards of offense. And by the way, yeah, I see why Doug Roberts moved up. 16-23, 390, 2 tutties. Wow, what a freaking game from Doug Roberts. Yep, like we said, 2 tutties. And for rushing, 47 in the touchdown, so he has 3 total. And we just throw the ball all over him, man. That is crazy. I had to scroll all the way down, but on our bye week, we get 2 commits. I think they were both 3 stars, and we will definitely take that. No complaints from me. All right, boys. Bunch of recruiting we had to do. We're better in everything, okay? We're better in everything, man. It makes me nervous going to Davis Wade because we don't play well here in this freaking sim dynasty. Can we go to Davis Wade? We got Old Dominion and then LSU. We're fighting for a lot every week, it feels like. Come on, baby. Get a win. We put up 50. Okay. The boys are on fire. Much needed bye week. And we score 50. We almost double them. And big win there. Oh, we were playing a pretty good non-Power 5 school. That's not fun. Didn't want to do that. Kind of wanted to just walk in and get an easy one. Yeah, we get up early. Actually, we were losing at halftime, and then we outscore them. Was that 36-6 in the second half? So, pretty good job by our boys. 579 yards of offense is insane. Doug Roberts is trying to win that freaking Heisman. I can tell you that right now. He goes 19-22, 306, 3 tutties and a pick. Rushing, Steve Jackson was great, 144 and 2 touchdowns. Doug Roberts, so he had 5 total touchdowns in that game. What a game from the offense. All right, we've done recruiting. We're playing Old Dominion. How did they look? They actually have a better pass defense than us. That's upsetting. That is our worst quality, by the way. Their offense doesn't look too good, so come on, man. We just got to put up like 30-something, and I feel like we'll be all right. Then we have LSU at home. That's it, man. I am holding my breath every week, man. Can we get a win against Old Dominion? It can't be that close, bro. It can't be that close. I was about to throw a conniption fit. If we would have lost one game and it was the Old Dominion, I would have literally thrown my controller through this monitor. All right, boys. Our last game of the year is against LSU. Let's check the Old Dominion box score. They gave us a run for our money. I'm telling you. They outscored us 21-10 in the second half, but we do squeak by. We have 516 yards of offense. Doug Roberts, 16-25. Not great. That was actually not a great game for him. Hope that didn't hurt his Heisman. But he was great on the ground. 107 and a tutty, Gibson has a tutty, and then Forte has a tutty. His average rush yards, I really do got to look at that. So, unfortunately, checking out Doug Roberts, he is third in the Heisman now. He's going to have to make up some ground on Jeff Brown and Art Moore. So, we will see in the last couple of weeks if he can do that. So, not only do we have a tough game, we also have 11 prospects visiting. They have a better pass defense than us, but at this point, who doesn't? And our turnover differential, obviously the arrow is pointing to them. They are very bad turning the ball over. This is a big game, man. This is a big game, not only for the SEC and a national championship bid, but also for recruiting. Doug Roberts needs to be good. I don't know what else I can say. We have a bye, I would imagine that at this point we are going to the conference championship, so we will play that. Because we have the tiebreaker over Bama. I haven't even looked at it. It's LSU, man. It's a rivalry game. Can the boys get it done at home against LSU? Can they do it? We didn't do it last year. We do it this year. And a perfect season through the regular season has happened. 12-0 for the Razorbacks. And I can't explain to you how excited that makes me, because we are a game away. If we win, we can play for the national championship. All right, boys, we are facing the Kentucky Wildcats for the SEC championship. If we win, we are playing in the national championship, but we got to do it against Kentucky. They have a better overall defense than us, and their offense is not as good as ours. Their pass offense is better. Our pass defense is worse. Their run defense is number 10 in the country against our number 12 rush defense. This is not the perfect matchup for us. However, we've made it this far, man. We made it this far. Can the boys get it done against Kentucky? We have one more game. Can we do it? We do. We do. We are going to play for a national championship, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to do it. 44-24 over the Kentucky Wildcats. Oh my goodness. One more game. Could this be the perfect ending? Could the script writers write a heater for the Arkansas Razorbacks? Man, we just miss out on a Heisman. Jeff Brown for Georgia, the running back, wins it. Doug Roberts in second. And Steve Jackson actually in fifth. So we have two top 5 Heisman finishers. Unfortunately, we can't get it done there. We win the SEC championship. We have an Outland Trophy winner, a Remington Trophy winner, a Jim Thorpe Award winner, and that's just a very big year for us. And there's only one thing left to do, and that's play for a national championship against 13-0 North Texas. If you can believe it, a great year for us. There's only one thing left to do. North Texas, they are better in everything. They are better in absolutely everything. I have to check their schedule. Who have they beat? They have not beat anyone really of substance. They don't have like a great win yet. We are going to be the toughest team they played for sure. I mean, look at this schedule. We have Oklahoma, who we beat at the beginning of the year, South Carolina, Bama. We have 2 top 10 wins. Not only that, Kentucky in the SEC championship. Man, there's only one thing left to do, man. We're going to sim it. Can we get a win against the North Texas Mean Green? Can we do it, boys? Can we do it? Yes! We are national champions, dude. Oh my goodness. We did it. We did it in the final year. The final episode. We do it. We win the Natty. We go 14-0. We win the national championship. A perfect season. A Heisman finalist, dude. You literally can't make it up. Oh my goodness. What a win. What a job. What a year. And what a dynasty. This is one of the most fun dynasties I've ever done. And I've done a lot of them on this game. We are national champions, ladies and gentlemen. We have done it. I cannot believe it. I really can't believe it. But we do it. We do it. I mean, we're up basically the whole game. Who does it to him? We have 495 yards of offense, and Doug Roberts was fantastic. We rushed for 203 on the ground. 19 to 25 for Doug Roberts, 292 yards, 2 tutties and a pick. Doesn't matter because Steve Jackson also does it on the ground with 127 rushing. Doug Roberts has 3 total touchdowns with a rushing touchdown. Anything through the air. Simpson, 137, 2 tutties. We were too much for North Texas, and we get the job done. We are national champions. We go to the ESPN front page. Arkansas does it. We have done it. What a job. Well, boys, if you look, this is what we did. 4-8 to 5-7 before a crazy season going 11-3. Then we regress 7-6, but we signed a very good recruiting class. I believe we were number 13 that year. The next year we go 12-2 with a win in the SEC championship against Tennessee, and then we beat Penn State in the All-State Sugar Bowl. And then our final year, we go 14-0. We are perfect. We win the SEC championship. We beat Kentucky. And we win the national championship against a North Texas team. If you look, 53-26 in those 6 years that we did. 11-7 versus rivals. 20-15 versus top 25 teams. And a bowl record of 3-1. I cannot understate how fun this was. I'm not going to show you the offseason because it really doesn't matter. We got some recruits. This team was going to be fine, and I am so excited that we won the national championship. We did it. A storybook ending, not only for this dynasty, but also for NCAA 14. That's how we're going to go out as national champions, Heisman runner-up, SEC champion, perfect season. It's literally the best way to go out. And it was so fun to do this dynasty rebuild. We take a team in our first year and went 4-8. In the year before us, they went 4-8. And just 6 years later, we have a perfect season. The recruiting was great. The offense was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. So that was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the rebuild. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn notifications on, and then let me know what you are going to hop into when College Football 25 comes out tomorrow at 3. I know you're excited. I'm excited. This was a great way to end it, and it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one, and it will be on a brand new College Football 25. Let's get it. See you guys. Peace.